want to submit your character to be in some of these videos, then make sure you tune in till the end of the video. And make sure to like the video before we get started. The College Football Playoff National Championship is finally here, and we have two elite players at that position that we'll be highlighting today. First off, we're going to focus on Andrew Rice, cornerback from Clemson. Andrew Rice came into Clemson as a 5-star recruit and has dominated since day one. Andrew Rice is a true freshman, but he does not play like one. His true freshman season, he was first-team All-American. He won the Jim Thorpe Award, which is given to the best defensive back in college football, and he won the Bednarik Award, which is given to the best defensive player in college football. He led Clemson to the #1 defense in college, and the #2 defense was Texas A&M, led by defensive tackle Vontae Austin. Vontae Austin missed his freshman season due to injury, so last year was his sophomore season, and that was his first year starting. And he lit college football up. He had 24 sacks, he was first-team All-American, and he won every single defensive award that he could potentially get. So it's natural that he came into this season with a lot of hype, projected to be the #1 overall pick, and he definitely delivered. At defensive tackle, this man has 18 sacks on the season, and he led the entire NCAA in pressures, all while being double-teamed the most by any player in all of college football. Last season, Texas A&M didn't win the SEC, but they ended up making the playoffs, and they had to play against the Clemson Tigers. In a rough, ugly game, Clemson ended up winning. Eventually, they got to the national championship, but they ended up losing to Oklahoma. Texas A&M and Vontae Austin is using that game as motivation for this game this year. Hopefully, they can come out on top. But enough with all the rapping. Let's get to the national championship. The #1 defense in the nation versus the #2 defense in the nation. Both of these teams allow less than 10 points per game. I can't wait till this game. This should be a defensive shootout. It should be NFL talent all over the field. A lot of subscribers on the field. You see Andrew Rice right here talking to his teammates before the game start. You see Vontae Austin, #2, talking to his teammates as well. It's about to go back and forth, man. But we are here, Miami, Florida, Hard Rock Stadium. #1 Clemson versus #2 Texas A&M. The ACC champion versus the SEC champion. And it's about to go down. To start off the game, we will be controlling Andrew Rice on defense. It will be first down and 10. Andrew Rice does a great job of playing off coverage, and his teammate ended up getting the sack. Andrew Rice has a tough time with in-breaking routes, so we started to play with inside leverage. Knew that the post corner was coming and locked that up immediately. It would be third down and 16 right here. Rice does a great job of playing press man. Lombardi tries to go deep, almost throws an interception. Texas A&M would be on defense right here. Vontae Austin would be lined up over the center, ends up bull rushing him all the way back to the quarterback, and his teammate ends up getting the sack. Loss of 7 on the play. Vontae Austin will once again be lined up over the center. They would end up audibling at the line of scrimmage, so Vontae Austin would eventually be at the 3 technique at the start of the play. Beats his man immediately, gets pressure, ends up throwing an interception to Barnes. All season long, Vontae Austin has had plays like this. He gets pressure on the quarterback, forces him to make a bad decision, and it ends up being a turnover. He may not get credit on the stat sheet, but when you watch him on film, you can see that Vontae Austin makes an impact on almost every single play. Texas A&M in Clemson territory right now. Lombardi has time, but he ends up throwing an interception to Jackson. Eddie Jackson with a big-time interception. Andrew Rice gets all the credit, but Eddie Jackson, their other defensive back, is a freshman, and he was first-team All-American as well. Clemson would take over with 15 seconds left to go in the first. Vontae Austin would end up getting pressure, but the quarterback threw an absolute dime to White on the sideline. Now, with the first quarter winding down, this game has been everything I thought it has been. Great defensive shootout, turnovers on both sides of the football, man, and a lot of it has been good defense. Sometimes these defensive shootouts is due to bad offense, but this has really just been good defense. Pressure from the front four, great coverage on the back end, great linebacker play. This is what I love to see. Great defensive shootout. With 3:55 left to go in the first half, we will be controlling Andrew Rice right here. He's lined up on Mozzie York, a subscriber to the channel. Andrew Rice is playing off coverage. They try to test him, but he does a great job of knocking the football out. Andrew Rice has got an interception in each playoff game, so you might want to not test him. But he does a great job of playing off coverage, sees the in-breaking route is coming, redirects his feet, and then makes a play on the football. Great job by Andrew Rice right here. After a great play from Andrew Rice, it would be 3rd down and 9. Texas A&M has the football. They need to throw the ball. Andrew Rice will press him at the line of scrimmage, but he throws a great pass to Brian Brown. Brian Brown is a subscriber to the channel, by the way. If anybody has a period next to their name, that means they're a subscriber. On 3rd down and 6, Andrew Rice recognizes the screen, immediately forces Lombardi to take a sack for a loss of 11 yards. Now, with about 2 minutes left to go in the first half, it will be 2nd down and 2, and Vontae Austin will be lined up at the 3 technique. Vontae does a great job of putting him on his back right here, and the pursuit of the quarterback shows off his athleticism. Just put 77 on the ground and chase down that quarterback and get him down. The score is still 0-0 with time winding down in the first half. Clemson will have the ball right here on 1st down and 10. Vontae Austin lined up at the 3 technique once again, hits him with the spin move and got the quarterback on the ground. Vontae Austin making big time plays, forcing them to take a timeout. Look at that spin move and just destroy that quarterback. Stop playing with him. He's so talented, so physically gifted, and he's technically skilled as well. He has the full package. 2nd down and 17. Vontae Austin gets double teamed, but forces the quarterback to get rid of the football. Texas A&M will end up getting a stop on that drive, forcing Clemson to be back on offense. Andrew Rice does a great job of pressing him right here. Lombardi trying to go to the sideline, but he will be out of bounds. On 2nd down and 15 with 1:20 left to go in the half, Andrew Rice will be covering Mozzie York once again. Playing off coverage on him, he sees the post corner is coming, he's all over that. Marco Lombardi, the quarterback for Texas A&M, ends up getting sacked on the play. Clemson ended up making a stop, and now Texas A&M is on defense. Vontae Austin trying to get after the quarterback. Got double team, got a little bit of pressure, but Maurice Mosby, the wide receiver, will get an 11-yard reception for a 1st down. This is a critical part in the football game, because if Clemson can get a field goal, steal some kind of points, that would be huge in the defensive shootout like this. Vontae Austin with a little bit of pressure, but Mosby once again. 1st down, 11-yard gain. Vontae Austin at the 3 technique once again. With about 6 seconds left to go in the half, he would drive him all the way back. The quarterback ends up getting rid of the football. Now with 4 seconds left, all Clemson can do is throw a Hail Mary. Vontae Austin looking like he's trying to rush inside. Actually gets pressure on the quarterback. Rosario goes deep, but gets picked off by Barnes once again. 3-man rush from Texas A&M. I love how Vontae Austin lined up outside, rushed inside, got pressure, forced the quarterback to get rid of the football. At halftime is 0-0. Defensive shootout. This is what we want. This is why we love college football. 1st down and 10, 3rd quarter. Vontae Austin driving him back to the quarterback. Eventually ends up hitting the quarterback, but he threw an interception. Bradley with an interception. 3rd turnover of the game for Clemson. That's not good. But Andrew Rice and the defense would need to respond. Rice actually got beat right here by Mozzie York. Actually really didn't get beat. He was all over him. Just a great throw and a great catch by both of the players. I think Rice could have done a better job if he stuck his arm out and tried to go for the PBU, but it is what it is. It would be 1st down and 10 right here though. Texas A&M would try to come with the option. Andrew Rice will recognize it immediately. He would tackle Lombardi on the play. Only got 3 yards. Now it would be 4th down and 2 with 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Clemson needs to get a stop right here at the 30-yard line. Sees an option. Andrew Rice blows it up immediately. Big time play right there by Andrew Rice. Saw the option coming, made the play. The coaches are all happy. Andrew Rice does a great job of recognizing the option and just making a play. Now Texas A&M will be on defense with 2:30 left to go in the 3rd. 2nd and 14. Vontae Austin will end up putting the guard straight on his back, disrupting the run of the running back, but he still got 5 yards on the play. 3rd down and 9 for Clemson. Comes out in an empty backfield. Andrew Rice in the defense looking to get after him. Rice low-key gets clamped up to stop, but try to dip underneath, try to make a play, but the defense ends up stopping White short of the 1st down mark. The score is still 0-0. Clemson's on defense now. Andrew Rice recognizes the option immediately and ends up making a nice tackle with Marco Lombardi. Marco Lombardi is a subscriber to the channel, if y'all did not know. It would now be 3rd down and 8. Clemson's on defense. Andrew Rice trying to press Mozzie York at the line of scrimmage, trying to go deep. Safety ends up making a play on the football. Andrew Rice knew that he had safety help, so they ended up getting a stop. At the end of the 3rd quarter, the score is still 0-0 in the national championship. I know a lot of y'all might think that this is a boring game, but nah, I see great defense. I see elite pass rushes. I see guys reading their keys, making run fits, elite coverage on the back end. Just an all-around great defensive game. Now with 4:50 left to go in the 4th quarter, Vontae Austin would beat him inside immediately, but he would get double teamed. Bonds got smacked at the end of the play. It'd be 4:30 left to go in the 4th quarter. Vontae Austin will be lined up at the 3 technique. 2nd down and 15. They would send the tight end in motion. Vontae Austin trying to get a little bit of pressure. They run some kind of rollout, ends up getting sacked, losing the football. Williams picks up the football and he will walk into the end zone. First touchdown of the game is a defensive touchdown, not an offensive touchdown. Texas A&M got some momentum. That was a huge play in a defensive game like this. Defensive touchdowns are needed in defensive shootouts. Vontae Austin will put Cuz on his back right here. Doesn't end up making a tackle, but his teammate does. First down and 10 with 2:30 left to go in the ball game. Vontae Austin hits him with a spin move, gets double teamed, but the quarterback would dump it off the Bonds for an 11-yard gain and the first down. 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. They would send the tight end in motion. Vontae Austin drives him all the way back to the quarterback. He's just going to have to get rid of the football because Vontae was coming after him right there. Now it will be second down and 14 with 1:40 left to go in the fourth. Vontae had the 3 technique once again. Ends up getting double teamed on this play. Beats the first man, beats the second man, but couldn't get to the quarterback fast enough. Scott gets the first down and a little bit more, and he's still on his feet. Big time play by Sam Scott, the Clemson wide receiver. 10 plays, 70 yards so far for Clemson on this drive. Vontae Austin hits him with a spin move, but the quarterback would dump it off to White. White would hit him with a stiff arm, short of the goal line though. Second down and goal with 1 minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Vontae Austin lined up over the center. Ends up shifting just to be at a 1 technique. They would send Crooks in motion. Second down and goal, trying to run the ball in. Texas A&M's defense is all over it once again. Third down and goal with 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. They would send the tight end in motion once again. Vontae Austin gets blocked up and Bonds will walk into the end zone. Score 7-7. We are now in overtime. Texas A&M calls heads or tails, calls tails. And they decide to be on defense first. This is what we love about college football. We got overtime in the national championship defensive shootout. Vontae Austin would get double teamed, low-key triple teamed on that play, but an absolute dime to moves. It would be second down and 9 now. Overtime, first period. Vontae Austin lined up at the 3 technique once again. Vontae Austin put Cuz on his back. Bonds will actually get closer to the end zone though. Third down and 2. Clemson will end up getting stopped on that drive and only got 3. Now, Andrew Rice and Clemson would be on defense. Rice is lined up on Mozzie York right here, playing off coverage. He read that post corner immediately. He's all over it. That could have been an interception. Yeah, that definitely could have ended the game, but Rice does a great job of covering Mozzie York. Nowhere to go with the football. Even if he tried to throw, Andrew Rice definitely would have ended the game. On second down and 10, they run the ball to Romero. Andrew Rice seized it. It's a run play, ends up making the tackle. Now it will be third down and 5. Critical play right here for the Clemson defense. Andrew Rice plays off coverage, all over that. Lombardi ends up getting sacked, so it will be fourth down and 12. Let's see if they can make the field goal. This is critical right here. And the kick is good. Now, we are in double overtime. Clemson's back on defense. Andrew Rice presses the receiver at the line of scrimmage. Actually gets beat by Mozzie York right there. First down. Nice route right there by Mozzie York. Andrew Rice has struggled all season with in-breaking routes. Definitely struggled right there. Not right here, though. He locked up Brian Brown. They would dump it to the running back, and he would get shut down immediately. It would be second down and 16 right here. Lombardi trying to find somebody. Ends up getting sacked. That pressure's getting to him. Third down and 26. You just better hope you don't turn it over. Lombardi decides to test Andrew Rice. Andrew Rice is all over that. Should have had an interception, but absolutely clamped up Mozzie York on a critical down in the football game. Yeah, definitely should have picked that off. Fourth down and 26. Can he make it? The kick is no good. Score is 10-10. Third down and 3. Vontae Austin trying to get pressure on the quarterback, but he would throw a first down to Jones. Jones is a subscriber to the channel, and the Clemson Tigers can almost smell the national championship right here. Second down and 1. Run it to Bonds. Walks into the end zone, and the Clemson Tigers are the national champions of the 30-20 college football season. In my opinion, this was an all-time great national championship game. You had a back and forth game. You had a defensive touchdown. All around great defense from both teams. A bunch of turnovers. Forced turnovers, by the way. Not just bad football. Not bad offensive football. You saw a lot of great defensive football in this ball game. Andrew Rice made plays. Vontae Austin made plays. Just great defensive football. And when you have two great defensive teams, they finished the game 7-7. Went to overtime, played double overtime. This was so entertaining. I'm glad we got to finish off the college football season like this. We take a look at the team stats. 215 total yards of offense, 108 for Texas A&M. And if you really watch this game, Texas A&M did not score an offensive touchdown in this game. They really got 3 points on offense. But Clemson was able to rally back late in the game, put together that great offensive drive, and end up winning this football game. Shout out to Clemson. By the way, anybody that has a period next to their name means they're a subscriber to the channel. Anybody that has an apostrophe next to their name means they're a Patreon member. Vontae Austin had 2 solo tackles and a sack. A decent game, actually a pretty good game when you look at more than just the stats. Andrew Rice did his thing though, 5 solo tackles, a TFL, PBU, was definitely locking up them receivers. But anyways, it's Reezy here with the Reason Sports Network. Make sure y'all like this video, make sure y'all comment on the video, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click on the post notification bell too. You can be a character in the Reason Sports Network universe. We make content for high school, college, and the pros. You can submit a form. The link will be in the description. However, if you sign up with Patreon, you'll have a lot more customization and control over your character. The link will be in the description. If you want to see the high school national championship, then make sure that you click this video right here, or you can see every single Vontae Austin and Andrew Rice video if you click on the playlist above.